Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shrishti and I'm currently staying in Manitoba. So I want to share so much stuff with you guys. For instance, I'm staying in this town, so why I have been migrated to this town, and I'm still on my work permit right now. I haven't grabbed my PR yet, but very soon, or most likely, I'll grab it soon. And yeah, so I started my journey in 2019 in Canada. I landed in Canada for like in 2019. I took admission in the Northern College. That Northern College is pretty much small. It's in Scarborough in downtown Toronto. Not in downtown Toronto, in Toronto. Yeah, it's pretty much small. Although, so I completed my study there, and afterwards I managed to grab my work permit too. Meanwhile, when I was studying, I did a lot of part-time jobs. So my first part-time job was in the restaurant. I worked in the restaurant, and I was working on the minimum wage rate in Ontario, that is in $14. So he was paying me for like $14, not more than that. Apart from this, I was working on cash on that restaurant too. For instance, for the 20 hours I was working on sin, and for the another hours I was working on cash, and on cash he was paying me like peanuts, like $7. But I have to work there because I have to pay off my tuition fees for the next upcoming semesters. For like, it was like around 16,000. No, not 16,000, it was like $8,000. So I have to pay off my that fees. So no, sorry, $16,000. 16,000 for the 2 semester, and for the another 2 semester it was like 16 only. So yeah, $16,000 I have to pay off. So I worked wholeheartedly, and I worked day and nights. I was working for like 60 to 70 hours in a week in the restaurant, and that restaurant was like a crazy busy every time. But I was pretty much dedicated that I do not bother my parents for such a plentiful amount, because it is harder for them to arrange such a handsome amount. And at that time COVID was going on. COVID pandemic just started. My parents were really panicked, and they asked me to leave the job. It was hard for me to leave the job at that time, but I have to, because COVID is just a terrible thing. It's just a life-threatening disease, I must say. So we cannot take any negligence. So this is what I thought. So I dropped my job. I exit from my job and and I took her for like 2 months. I didn't work anywhere at that time. I took curb, and with that curb I saved that money and pay off my tuition fees. Not with that curb, also I earned for like $8,000 for my job too. So including curb and my job, so I managed to pay off all $16,000. Afterwards, obviously, because on when you are working as a student, you have to work, you're only allowed to work as 20 hours, not more than that. And if you go beyond that job, beyond that limit, you would lose your work permit. Government of Canada will not gonna give you work permit if you work more than 20 hours. And I request everyone, there are lots of friends of mine who didn't who the lots of friends, or you could say, I heard from a lot of people that government of Canada, that they keep on saying the same thing, that government of Canada doesn't bother about if you work more than 20 hours in your student life. But do not do that. They are now getting strict, because they are getting PR, they are giving PR cards everyone so easily. So just do not put yourself in trouble, because this is something which you should take care of. Okay, now stepping out for like 2 months, I didn't do anywhere job. So afterwards I was totally bored while sitting at home, and I was like, I am good for nothing. I started thinking like that. So I jumped on to another job, that is in Five Guys. That's a fast food restaurant. It is in sorry, it is located in downtown Toronto. So I went there. I started working there, and it was busy, but the manager at Five Guys was not giving me much hours. It was like I was only getting for like 40-45 hours bi-weekly, although I was a student at that time. But still, my semester ends up and I could work for like full time, and then also I was not getting sufficient hours. All of a sudden, I applied. My one of my friend asked me to apply in KFC that is situated in La Paz. So one of my friend recommended me to apply for the job in the fast food restaurant in La Paz. In the previously I was like, I don't want to go into such a remote area, but yeah, he convinced me. I applied. I got a call from their end that they're gonna give me such amount of hours. They would help me in supporting my PR and stuff like that. Started working there, but few months went well, but they were all girls working there. I'm not saying that I really like boys and boys should be there, but yeah, they were all girls working there, and girls were like, I shouldn't say they behave like childish sort of behavior, so I didn't like them at all. Or you could say I was getting a real hard time to work with them because they were sort of like doing backbiting and stuff like that. So I was getting a real hard time with them. So I quit the job at last. Although I got the job for like manager on duty in there, but I quit that job because that was that place was become like a terrible and miserable. Every day was getting so stressful for me, so I was every time bursting out myself into stress, and I can't handle that anymore. So I thought of quitting that job. Fortunately, in the meanwhile, I'm working in the fast food restaurant. So I got a job from Scotia Bank too. So Scotia Bank had me as a customer service representative. Afterwards, when they noticed my work and stuff like that, they promoted me as a customer experience associate there. And afterwards, I started looking for another job for like not B-level jobs. Obviously, we all are so much reluctant to work in that profile, right? Because everyone is keep on looking and so much keen to look forward for the not B-level job and stuff like that. So do I. So I started applying in the other places to like Investoba Credit Union or in the Northern Health region. But sorry for my burp. My manager came to know about it. My manager came to know about it that I am probably looking for another job, because she got a call from one of our HR for as a reference. Because if you are applying for a higher position in any of the company, they ask for the references. When they ask for the references, they're gonna call your supervisor or they're gonna call your managers, and if you have failed to provide them, they won't hire you. Also, I do not have any option, so I gave my branch manager number, and I'm gonna share one more tip what I did and what I want you guys must not do. So I'm gonna share that tip at the end of this video. So yeah, I started working at Scotia Bank. Yeah, so I've started apply at numerous places, and one of the HR, because in that company I applied as a financial consultant, and that HR gave a call to my manager. My manager was like, she did a meeting with me on the spot because she came to know that I'm looking for a job change, and she was not having that much staff. Also, it's been almost a couple of months. She gave me training and such like that, and she didn't want to lose me, so she did a quick meeting with me. Afterwards, in a meeting, she told me that it's the matter of trust. I hope it works. So in the meeting, she told me that she gonna support my PR. So I'm touch wood, pretty much lucky, I must say. So I think, or either I have plentiful time, but I do not want to waste my time. It's just like that. So afterwards, I dropped that jobs. I didn't even ask from them what's the situation like. Are you going to hire me or no? Because my manager gave me a surety that she's going to give me a PR thing and stuff like that. So it's been almost 6 months since I'm working at Scotia, and I'm continuing to work at Scotia and growing at Scotia Bank. And I love to work here because of numerous reasons. I'm gonna make a separate video how's the job of a bank teller like. Well, my job is not like a bank teller. Mine is little different from them, in the sense I have to take care of the whole branch, and I have to assist people alongside. I have to take care of the, I should say, the vault where we keep a plentiful amount of cash and stuff like that. We have codes as well and stuff like that. We have so many things to do. Okay, afterwards, yeah, this is my story. It's keep on struggling, struggling, and struggling. So in my another videos I'm gonna share where I have moved. I moved into Manitoba in Napa town. It's a very small town, but it is good for you if you are here for your PR stuff. For why it is good for you, I am going to share each and every fruitful thing, but not in this video. This video I shared my journey, my struggle journey, and I'm keep on struggling right now, till the time I won't get my PR. So this was my struggling journey, and in my next video I'm gonna share, if you want to work in bank, so what certifications are necessary, or either if you do not have any certification, how would you able to grab an interview in the bank. And then the another thing is why to migrate in the very small town in the Manitoba, not in the Winnipeg, such a big city. Another thing which I would be going to share: never trust anyone. Do not trust anyone. Only keep trust on yourself. If you're thinking if something is not right for you, don't go for that, for sure. So I have so many things to share with you guys, but not in this video, because this video will gonna be very lengthy and would be never ending if I start sharing all this stuff. So probably I'm going to share all the stuff in my next video. You have a very beautiful time, guys, and stay tuned for my next videos. Take care, have a wonderful journey, had a wonderful life ahead. And also one more video will be going to come about why to come to Canada, not in other countries. Means you can go to other countries too, it's totally up to you, but why is the Canada is a perfect platform for immigrants. So take care, have a nice day, have a good evening too. Take care, bye.